Welcome to the Ohio Professional Registry Create Event tutorial. OKRA has recently made enhancements to the PD Event application system. This tutorial will show new and current users what you can expect to see when you log in. Access to the PD Event application is through the Training Organization dashboard. To gain access to a Training Organization dashboard, ask your agency if a Training Org dashboard already exists in the OPR. If your agency already manages a dashboard, the administrator of that dashboard will need to grant you access and permissions. If you are not associated with a training organization, you can apply to become one. For details on both processes, please review the Training Organization Dashboard User Guide located on the Resources page of the OKRA website. To access training orgs, log into your profile, go to your name in the upper right corner, click the arrow, and choose Training Organization Dashboard. Next, you will see a list of all training orgs associated with your OPIN. To open the dashboard, click View Dashboard. From the dashboard homepage, choose the Events tab, and then click the green Create Event button. The first screen shows the required basic details: the event type, whether or not you're requesting Ohio approval, if you are approved to provide IACET CEUs, and the format of the event. So we're going to click these options. The system regularly auto-saves, but you will also see a gold Save button here in the lower right corner. You have to click this Save button on the first page in order to access the remainder of the application. So once you have filled in all of the basic details, click the Save button, and the remainder of the application will appear. When the next page opens, across the top, you will see an AT number, which is a 6-digit unique ID number for that PD event. You want to keep a record of this number for reference. The tabs represent the remaining sections of the application. Notice the colors above the tabs. Red will show when that portion of the application is incomplete. Green will appear when it is complete. You will also notice the gold progress bar across the bottom. This progress bar also tracks completion. You can access each section of the application by clicking the tabs across the top, or you can use the Previous and Next buttons, which are across the bottom. Notice the red Reset button here in the lower left corner. This Reset button will wipe all data from the application. Use this only if information in the Basic Details tab must be changed. So even if you were all the way down here to the end, if you click the Reset button, everything will be wiped out. So be very careful clicking that button. Now we will review each section of the application. I will be adding information for the purposes of moving throughout the application. So I'm going to click this tab for Title and Description. You must insert a title. The title needs to reflect the content that will be presented in the PD event, and it is part of the marketing. So we're going to just type in testing title. You will also see the submitted by field. This is the name and OPIN of the person who is actually completing the application. You have author type here on the right. You have two types: an early care and education or school-age professional, and a visiting presenter. If you choose a visiting presenter, you will need to upload a current resume or CV for that individual. For the purposes of this example, we're going to choose an ECE author, and we're going to use the OPIN of the submitter. The description should tell participants what they can expect to learn when they participate in the PD event. This is also what is seen on the Training Search display page. So we're going to put in just a word here so we can move forward. You will see that once all of this information has been entered, the tab turns green. Next is the content plan. You need to add references, which include citations of all of the materials that were used to create the content. Just going to enter a word and click Add so we can move on. Next, you get to the learner objectives within the content plan. To add each learner objective, you click the green Add Objective button here on the right. This is where you will include the specific learner objective. We're going to type that in. You're next going to choose a core knowledge and competency document that aligns to the content related to that objective. So we're going to choose the Early Childhood CKC Revised. We're going to choose Child Growth and Development, and then we're going to choose a subgroup. And then we're going to choose the level. All of these pieces of information related to the CKC must align to the learner objective and the content that will be presented with that objective. Then we're going to choose the level 1 competency that aligns to the learner objective and the number of minutes we will spend approximately on that objective. So we're going to choose 1 hour and we're going to choose Add. For each learner objective, you must click the green Add Objective button. If you need to edit the information, you can click the Edit button, or if you want to start over, you can click Remove. Outline of content, you click the green Add Outline button. And here you're going to enter all of the information that outlines the content that will be presented in the PD event. So I'm just going to type a word here so we can move forward. You see the progress bar is increasing and that tab has turned green. Next is instructional strategies and materials. These are both the teaching methods and additional materials and resources used during the event. Strategies will vary depending on the event type and/or format chosen. So we click the green Add Strategies, and here you will see a list of available instructional strategies. So for this event, we're going to choose Mini Lecture and Parent Small Group and click Add. And they appear here on the screen. Instructional materials, we're going to choose Props and Hands-on Materials and add that. We're going to add other materials you'll see here. If you choose documents, workbooks, PowerPoints, websites, there's additional information that will be required. So if we chose handout and article, we will need to select a file, which is the actual handout or article that would be used as part of the PD event, and add that to the application. Next, we're going to choose CDA and CKC areas. These are all related to the content of the PD event. So the CDA area, if applicable, we choose from this drop down. We're going to choose Principles of Growth and Development. And the core knowledge and competency area here auto-populates from what was chosen back here in the Content Plan tab. So that carries over into this tab. Next, we're going to go to Audience. The target audience are those who would benefit from the content and apply it to their work. So anyone who would benefit from the content of this PD event. We're going to choose Add Audience and choose all the relevant audiences. We're going to choose Classroom Staff and Program Administrator and click Add. Groups related to content are those who the content is written about. So to add group, click the green Add Group button. We're going to choose Infants, Toddlers, Preschoolers, and click Add. Our last tab is for the Early Learning and Development Standards and Prerequisites. The Early Learning and Development Standards, you would choose the standards that apply to the content when appropriate. You can choose Not Applicable for this field. So we're going to choose Approaches Toward Learning and Add. Prerequisites, those are PD events that participants must complete prior to registering for this event. Prerequisites are not required. If you do have a prerequisite, you will click the Add button and then enter the name or the AT number of that prerequisite PD event and click the Add button. You will now see that all of the tabs are green, our progress bar is 100%, and the Submit for Review button has appeared. You can click the Previous button or each tab to review what you have entered prior to submitting and make any necessary edits. These question mark hovers, if you have any questions about each field, will tell you exactly what needs to be entered. Once you click Submit for Review, you will get a pop-up message thanking you for your submission. The review process can take up to 30 business days. Status notifications are sent to the submitter, and the event status will also be displayed in the main event queue. So you'll see here is our AT that we just submitted. So there's the AT number, the title, and the status is submitted. For more information on creating a PD event application, see the user guide listed on the resources page on the Okra website. Thank you.